To news across the borders now, the eastern Congolese city of Bukavu descended into chaos on Saturday as looters ransacked shops and warehouses, including a World Food Programme depot storing thousands of tons of food. This comes amid rising tension as Rwanda-backed M23 rebels have advanced to the outskirts of the city, raising fears of a further humanitarian and security crisis. The United Nations has called for immediate dialogue between the warring parties in response.
The humanitarian crisis in eastern Congo is deepening as the city of Bukavu, home to nearly 2 million people, braces possible conflict. Gunfire echoed overnight, and on Saturday morning, looters swept through the city, targeting shops, warehouses, and even a World Food Programme depot holding 6,800 tons of food with vital supplies for the region already racked by instability.
Antonio Guterres, Secretary General.
Amid the chaos, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has expressed grave concern about the situation.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Congolese people have been suffering yet again from a brutal cycle of violence. And the fighting that is raging in South Kivu as a result of the continuation of the M23 offensive threatens to push the entire region over the precipice.
The UN Secretary General further called for immediate dialogue to end the violence.
There is no military solution. The deadlock must end, the dialogue must begin, and the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the DRC must be respected.
M23 rebels advanced on Bukavu with conflicting reports of their presence. Tensions remain high as Congo accuses Rwanda of supporting M23. But President Paul Kagame says Rwanda has nothing to do with Congo's problems. Guterres' plea highlighted growing fears that the conflict could spiral into a regional war. Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi has refused to negotiate directly with the group.
Sudan is being torn apart before our eyes and is now home to the world's largest displacement crisis and famine. As we near the holy months of Ramadan, it is time for an immediate cessation of hostilities. And the international community must come together to stop the flow of weapons and the bankrolling of bloodshed.
With Bukavu on the brink, Guterres called for dialogue against support as leaders warn of escalating regional instability. This coming amid the focus on Gaza, the UN Secretary General also made urgent calls for a lasting peace, a permanent ceasefire, and the release of all hostages. Zachary Nyakweba, NTV.